Hello everyone, welcome to Investors Club. On this channel, we talk about investment avenues, equity market, and also recently we have started a new series in which we are going to cover top 20 news around the world every day. So stay tuned, acquire knowledge, and get rich. Okay, today a very buzzing topic again about NFT. NFT has been a really popular topic these days. People have been talking about it. People have been asking questions about it. So I thought of collecting some information for you guys to share. And then I have collected the list of all the expensive NFTs. And we are not going to look at only expensive NFTs, but the popular and which made headlines in last couple of months. So in my list, the first the first NFT uh, which we are going to look at, which is called Ocean Front. Okay, Ocean Front. It was sold in 2021. One of the very popular recently came in news artist NFT artist called Beeple uh, has made this NFT. So people dominates most list about NFTs today because the artist has just been at the forefront of some of the biggest sales ever since every day's the first 5,000 days. Okay, so this is one of people's NFTs which was recently sold in $69 million. We will talk about every days later in our subsequent slide, but we will go one by one. This name people we are going to repeat many times. Okay, so let's talk about Oceanfront. Oceanfront was sold for $6 million, and the artist donated the money to Ocean Earth Foundation, a non-profit that promotes open source platforms. What a good cause. It was bought by Tron founder Justin Sun, who outbid NFT, Whale Baby Belunga, and music studio 3F Music. While it may not have faced the highest price, Oceanfront is a really gorgeous piece of art. As you can see, it shows a wooden structure in the middle of an ocean with a variety of shipping containers and campers, RVs on top of it. At the very top, you can see a large tree and two red mushrooms. So this is the description of this particular NFT, but you can also see on this page how it looks like. And it was created by Beeple. Beeple's original name is Mike Winkelmann. Okay, but he has chosen an artist name called Beeple. Let's move on to the second one. Again, as I said, we are going to see this name very many times. Okay, so again, the second NFT which we are going to see is Crossroad. It was sold at $6.6 million. Okay, so people sold an artwork called Crossroad for 6.6 million on a Nifty gateway. It is a digital image of a person who looks a lot like former US President Donald Trump lying on the ground with message like loser. Okay, each on his body while people walk past him. People had said that the outcome of the election would change the meaning of the artwork, and while this version became big after Trump lost the elections, Mike Winkelmann, as I said, he's also called People, had one ready in case Trump won as well. Beeple has created several dystopian art pieces mocking American presidential candidates like Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, though his Crossroads piece is perhaps his most well known. Crossroads featured a giant baby that seems to be resemble Trump, as his body is graffitied with remarks like loser, a blue collared bird symbolizing Twitter. Here I have make some notes for you guys. I have collected this information from hundreds of sources and consolidated so I can share with you. So this is actually depicting the loss of Donald Trump in presidential election in US. Crossroads was sold via Nifty Gateway for a hefty amount of $6.6 million. So this was about Crossroads. The next NFT we have in front of us is it's coming from an artist called Xcopy. The NFT name is Right Click and Save as Guy. It was sold on $7.09 million. Art Blockers Ringers 109 sold for 6.93 millions during the first week of October 2021, making it the most expensive art block ever sold. What makes the art block unique is the dash of red color, which is only present in 0.3% of the pieces. Let's move on to our next one, which is CryptoPunk 4156. Okay, so this one is a very interesting one. You might say it, probably you might seen this kind of uh, avatars before NFT was very much popular. We used to use, in our Google's account or in our Yahoo account. So, but this was sold for $10 million. Okay, and it was created by Larva Labs. A lot of people still believe that CryptoPunks is nothing more than a general internet fad, but the concept behind this project is actually much more important. On the face of it, CryptoPunk is simply a series of 8-bit digital characters that have not real use, that have no real use actually. People buy them and use them as profile picture on platforms like Twitter, messaging apps, and more. They can sell these on other platforms too, and their price keeps appreciating. However, each CryptoPunk avatar is linked to the blockchain and it can be linked to Web3 apps, which is exactly how the realistic avatar Mark Zuckerberg's Meta is imagining today will work in future. And if you take all that into account, the fact that CryptoPunk 4156 was auctioned for $10.35 million does not sound too far uh, fetched. The project could in theory evolve to become something much bigger in future. I am sorry, you may feel that I am reading a script, but honestly, yes, I'm reading a script sometimes because there were so many technical data which I had to collect from various sources. I could not remember everything, so I had to see the notes which I have prepared for you guys. I have spent around 1 week to collect all this information to share with you. Okay, let's move on to next one, which is again coming from Larva Labs CryptoPunk 7523. Okay, and this was sold at $11.75 million. CryptoPunk 7523 sold for 11.75 million at a soup-based auction. Aside from CryptoPunk 9998, which sold fraudulently for 530 million dollars, CryptoPunk 7523 is the most expensive avatar in the collection till date. Now let me see what we have next. Next again we have one NFT from Beeple, which is Human One. It was sold for $28.9 million. Uh, So after every day, the first 5,000 days wasn't the only digital art by people that made headlines this year. His masterpiece called Human One sold for $28.9 million at an auction hosted by Christie's. That's double the expected price. The moving portray in the depiction of the first human born in the metaverse. Okay, it is a 3D video sculpture that is as I said, it's a 3D video sculpture that is 7 feet high, featuring a person in a space helmet walking across different landscapes within a box that is 4 by 4 feet. This is yet another NFT from Wimple, and while it is not the artist's most expensive creation, it may just be his most unique. Unlike most NFTs, which are exclusively digital, forgive me guys, my throat is actually not supporting me. Human One is a hybrid design that also combines physical elements. It is a human sized sculpture made out of polished aluminum, mahogany wood, and 4 video screen, creating a combined total resolution of 16K. Now let's move on to the people's masterpiece so far. It is every day is the first 5,000 days. As I told you earlier, it was sold for $69 million. Better known as Beeple's masterpiece. Uh, and the credit for that in large part goes to a piece called Every Day, the First 5,000 Days, which was sold for a whooping 69 million. It is a collage built over 13 years, and Winkleman started working on it in 2007, finishing in 2020. The digital art was auctioned by Christie's the auction house and was bought by crypto billionaire Meta Coven, who has also called Beeple the artist of digital native generation. The sale pushed Beeple into the limelight, and the artist has since worked with large traditional brands like Nike, Louis Vuitton, and musicians like Katy Perry. In its first ever digital art auction, the auction house Christie's, what a mess. So people has been creating art for every day since 2007 without any break, and he compiled all his art for 13 years and made every day the first 5,000 days. It was sold for $69 million, as I said. Now, the most expensive NFT till date is the next one, okay, which is called the merge. Okay. It was created by Park and it was sold for 1991.8 million dollars. Sorry, I said 19. It is not 19. It is $91.8 million. It's a ridiculous price. Coming in the right before 2021 comes to a close, the merge by NFT artist Park sold for 91.8 million via the Nifty Gateway. What makes this more interesting is that rather than one person owning the entire NFT, the merge was fractionalized and distributed between 28.983 traders. That comes up to a little over 300,000 fractionalized pieces of the NFT per person. Taking the number one spot at the most expensive NFT ever sold, There is the merge by Digital Artist Park. Okay, so this NFT is the most expensive. Now we will see couple of other NFTs which was this sold not at a very expensive price, not as much as the merge or the everyday, but they were very much popular. Okay, among people, it made headlines. So the first tweet, Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, he while developing the Twitter, he tweeted his first tweet, and recently it was sold for $2.9 million. This was his first tweet. Again, Stay Free is another one which was sold by Edward Snowden. Uh, Forgive me, my throat is not supporting today, but I am somehow trying to convey the message. You might have heard Edward Snowden has spoken in favor of Web3 and crypto many times. In April, Snowden sold his first NFT for $5.4 million, which happened to be an image of his own face overlapping the court documents from the case that took place after Snowden revealed the National Security Agency's espionage operations on its own citizens. Snowden donated the proceeds from the sale to the Freedom of the Press Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that works to protect the freedom of press. Now, this NFT has been sold for $5.7 million, and it was sold by the inventor of World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee. Okay. As we move the third generation of the internet, its founder is also taking note. On June 30th, 2021, Tim Berners-Lee, the man who created the World Wide Web, sold the internet source code for whopping 5.7 million through an auction arranged by Sotheby's Auction House. The NFT included a time-stamped files for the web's original source code, an autographed poster by Lee himself, an animated video of the code's creator, and a letter from Sir Lee himself. Okay, now we have the list of top 10 artists by total art value. You can have a look. I have taken this from Wikipedia. You can find this list on Wikipedia as well, but for your convenience, since I was compiling all the information from various sources, I thought of showing it to you guys. It gives a great data if you are really interested in NFTs, you know about the artists, you might be interested how many arts they have sold, what was the total value. So you can see this as well. Thank you very much for watching this video, supporting me. If you like the video, thumbs up the button, subscribe the channel. If you are watching on YouTube, if you are watching on Facebook, follow Investors Club page. And forgive me if I was not able to make this video a proper professional because my throat is not supporting me today, but I'll try to do better next time. Thank you very much and have a good day ahead. Bye bye.